What's up guys, Jake Does Hurdles back at again with another Pokemon Go PvP video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a recap of my Jungle Cup tournament, my first one of the month. It is going to be the Jungle Cup East Pittsburgh. So, my team is going to be Vigoroth with just Body Slam, Golem with obviously Wild Charge and the Rock Blast. We have a Charm, a Wigglytuff just to be the spammy Charm guy, Fortress with Heavy Slam and Earthquake, Noctowl with Sky Attack and Nightshade, and obviously Venusaur with Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb. So we're going to move into the matchup is going to be against Mel Good. I'm seeing that Magnezone could possibly be a problem for my lineup. So I'm going to be leading with Venusaur and probably Vigoroth in most of my matches. And without further ado, I think we should hop into these matches against Mel Good. So, in the first matchup, I'm going to be leading with Noctowl, going against everything I said, and I'm going to get Vigoroth. So, really bad. Really wish I would have led Venusaur. Looking back, obviously we can see that this is a problem right here. I could not switch out. I was trying to switch and time her switch up, time her charge move up perfectly, but she thought I was going to shield, so very good for me. Good thing I usually shield the second one. So I'm going to choose to shield this first one here because I want to keep my Venusaur healthy for the switch lock that's coming. So I'm going to use Frenzy Plant here, and she's going to stay in with her Venusaur, or her Vigoroth, and I'm going to use a Frenzy Plant here, and I'm thinking she's going to double shield here. So I'm like, okay, that's good for me, and I should let my Venusaur die, and I do let it go down here, but I'm going to go for Frenzy Plant, and I see Vig's pretty healthy, and I know Vig is my only counter to Vig right now, so I shield for some reason, guys. And that shield right there is basically going to cost me the match, because I think I can feint it down with Vine Whips. But obviously that's not the case, because counters is such a strong move that's going to tank me, and I think she would have had a Body Slam almost ready. So she's going to bring in probably Noctowl, or, yeah, Noctowl feints me with one move, so I'm going to bring in my Vigoroth, and I think that I'm okay, because it's 2-on-2 with two fresh Pokemon. But we are obviously going to be in a bad situation because my Vigoroth is going to be able to do these Body Slams and spam them, and I thought that I would get her down enough to where she's almost dead. And she's got Golem in the back, so I'm like, alright, it's good. If I get this Body Slam, I think we're in good shape, but I over-tapped. So, very bad for me. Tapped one too much, so I'm going for a Nightshade here. I don't have Psychic. I don't have any Charge TMs, but Nightshade will do enough in the pinch. And it's not going to do it. So, yeah, it's not going to do the job. So, GG's in the first game, Mel Good. So, let's move into match number 2 against Mel Good. And I'm going to be leading with Noctowl again, expecting one of those bugs to come out. And it is Golem. So, not in good shape, obviously, so I'm going to bring out Venusaur to do super effective damage with these Vine Whips, and I'm just going to farm this Golem until it comes out, and then I'm like, okay, it's not coming out, so I'm going to use this Frenzy Plant to draw shield. And it's very good for me because draw shield, and I still have energy for whatever comes in, and it's Noctowl. So I'm going to switch lock. It's perfectly fine because I have a Sludge Bomb ready to go, and I'm expecting one shield at least from this Noctowl because I'm going to be able to get to almost 2 Sludge Bombs. So I'm going to choose not to shield here, and I'm going to bring in my Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to be demolishing this Noctowl, especially when I have shields in the back here. And I'm going to charge up and piggyback off of her. Use a Psychic, so good thing I shielded. And I'm going to use Body Slam. As you can see, I get another counter in there. And then I'm going to fast move it down to death. And then I'm going to Body Slam whatever comes in. I'm going to spam it up. And I'm assuming it's going to be Heracross, or probably it's Vigoroth, so Vigoroth comes in, and I'm going to have Body Slam ready for it, so I'm going to go for a piggyback here, and then I'm like, okay, I might die, so never mind, I'm not going to piggyback, bad idea, and then I'm going to shield this one, I believe, and then counter it down to death, because I think I can get to it, and then I'm going to switch in immediately for the sacrificial swap for my Noctowl, but it doesn't turn that way. It's going to get really close here, and I need to go for a Nightshade, but I go for a Sky Attack, and Sky Attack is not going to do enough damage, but I have switching advantage, so I'm going to get that Body Slam off before she can get her Wild Charge off, and I'm going to take a victory in game number 2. So let's hop into the deciding match. I'm going to be leading with Vigoroth, and she leads with Noctowl, so it's a very good situation for me, depending on the IVs of her Noctowl. But we'll find out real quick depending on the Sky Attack. And I'm going to go for this Body Slam. Body Slam is going to do decent neutral damage. And then she is going to go for a sky attack, and I'm going to choose to shield the first one because I'm seeing that her defense is going down very fast. So I'm going to go until she's about to get to the break point where I can use this body slam, and she's got a shield and or die. So she's going to shield, and I'm going to have another body slam ready, and I'm going to choose to not shield this. I'm going to take one counter, and I'm going to be able to almost counter her down, but then I'm going to go for a body slam. So very good situation. My Vig has enough health that I can get to another body slam depending on what comes in. And she's going to bring in her Vigoroth, so I'm dead. But Venusaur's in there, and I'm going to have switch advantage, so it's very good for me. And then I am going to use the Frenzy Plant here. Frenzy Plant's going to do decent damage. She's got all shields down. And there's a little bit of lag, and I was like, oh, what's happening? And then she's using a charge move, so I'm going to not shield. Bulldoze's going to do a decent amount of damage, but one Frenzy Plant's going to kill from this range. And if it doesn't, it's going to be really annoying, but it does kill. And she's going to bring in Magnezone, so I am in pretty good shape if I get this Frenzy Plant off. I know that for a fact, and I know if I can charge up a little of energy. She said she misclicked here because she thought I was dead, and if she doesn't, honestly, she probably wins the game, because I can tank one wild charge, but I don't know, maybe it would be close, because I would have that one shield, but those sparks would probably take me down a little bit, and I'm going to go for a Nightshade here and get the victory, but it would have been close, and she did say she misclicked, but it happens to the best of us, so I'm going to take a victory in round number 1, match number 3 against Melgood. So we're going to move right into our next round here. It's against Exo, and he is the number 1 ranked player in Pittsburgh. He was not a regional champion, but he is a very good player, and I am obviously in a bad situation, and I'm going to bring in Noctowl to deal with this Beecher. He's going to switch out quickly into Magnezone to be a hard counter to me. So I'm going to go for one Nightshade here. I'm thinking 2 Sky Attacks might have been the better answer, but 2 Sky Attacks definitely would have been the better answer after seeing that. But I'm going to choose the shield here because I think I can get another Nightshade off. And I'm going to go for that Nightshade here. I don't think wasting a shield is too bad here. Honestly, if I don't, it's probably decent. But he keeps his Magnezone alive, which is pretty smart because he knows that I can almost get to another Nightshade and or a Sky Attack. So I'm going to get bodied in this first round, guys, because obviously you can see that Magnezone is a problem. And it gets to another Wild Charge, so it feels really bad. I'm going to have to shield to keep my Vig in good health. And he's still got a shield, but he's probably going to bring out Vigoroth for the neutral. And it's going to be really bad because he's got the shield. So I'm going to switch before he uses his Body Slam. Try to time it up. And he's going to use his, and then he's going to switch into Beedrill, which is bad. I'm switch locked, and my Vig is weak because of the Vig. And he's got a shield that he's saving in the back. Very smart. I'm going to be dead. I'm going to spam the Body Slam when I come in. I'm assuming the shield's going to go up here. And then he's going to launch an X-Scissor. And I'm going to go for an overcharge here. And if it's a Sludge Bomb, it's going to kill me. And it's not. So I'm in decent shape here. But his Vig's going to have that Body Slam ready to go for whenever it comes in. So I'm going to lose in the first round. And it was really close. But I don't think I killed there anyway. So GG's. So we're going to move to the next match against Exo, and I'm going to lead with Venusaur again because I think he's going to switch up his lineup, and he does not. So I'm going to lose the mind game here, guys, and I'm automatically going to be at a deficit, and good players don't ruin bad leads for their opponents. So I'm going to bring in Vigoroth here to try to go for a double shield Vig strat. If he doesn't shield his Beedrill the second time, then I'm going to double shield my Vig. So I'm going to go for the 2 Body Slams here, and if he does shield, then I'm going to let Vig die. But if he doesn't, I'm going to basically, yeah, I'm going to let my Vig die because there's no positive matchup here, guys. I'm basically screwed. That's the easiest way to put it. And I can't switch yet. I don't know what was happening there. It was a switch glitch. So I'm switch locked, and I'm trying to use this Nightshade and then switch. You can see me tapping, and I get my Venusaur out there, and I'm going to choose to not shield this, and it was Flash Cannon. So very well played by him. I think if I shield it, it's a different game, but it's not really going to matter much because he's going to have a healthy Venusaur and a healthy Beedrill and a healthy Vigoroth. So it's going to be bad for me. If I shield that, maybe it's different, but I don't think so. I didn't count very well, guys. You got to count the fast moves. Obviously, you can see that it didn't pay off for me. Had Sky Attack here with shields down. Maybe if I have Psychic, I could possibly win this one, but I don't think it's going to matter because I cannot even get to 2 Sky Attacks. So GG's to EXO. He's a very good player, and I was perfectly fine with the loss because I played awful. So let's move into round number 3, match number 1, and I'm going to be going up against Arctic Seal, and I didn't screenshot his team, I didn't do it for EXO either, guys, but I was expecting a Wigglytuff lead here, but I have a positive matchup against Beedrill, and I also have a decent matchup against Vigoroth if he doesn't shield, but I'm going to get all that energy charged up and then bring in my Vigoroth, and I'm going to choose to not shield the first one, because I think he has a decent amount of energy charged up, and then I'm going to go for a Frenzy Plant here, and then I'm going to choose to go for another Frenzy Plant. And you're going to see what he does to me here. It's very smart. I'm going to choose to shield this, because I think I can get to another Frenzy Plant. And then he's got another charge move ready. So I'm like, oh, God, that was awful. And he literally said, feels bad, man. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And then I'm going to bring in my Vigoroth, I believe, to counter it down, because he used all that energy. And I think I can get him down to death. And this is where he said, feels bad, man. He said, oh, my God, feels bad, because he was literally 1 HP. And I have to shield it to keep my Vig in health. Because I know that Beedrill's there, and Beedrill's probably going to come out with energy. So I'm going to go for a Body Slam on whatever's coming in. I assume it's Beedrill, and it's Wigglytuff. So I've got 2 things that Fortress can body, and I'm going to come in and waste the shield with a Heavy Slam. And I know that nothing he has can really take me. So he's going to switch out. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here, guys, because I want to kill this this Beedrill. I'm assuming that he's going to use X-Scissor, and that's not going to do much. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake. And it's going to be a race to the charge move, but Charm is going to do a ton of damage, but it's not going to do enough that it can kill me, and I'm going to get to that Heavy Slam before he can get to any charge move. So I'm going to take a GG in game number 1 against Arctic Seal. So the next match I'm going to lead with my Venusaur, expecting a Vigoroth lead to counter my Fortress, and he leads with Wigglytuff, so it's a positive matchup for me once again. I'm going to charge my energy so much so that whenever he switches, I'm going to make a quick switch into probably my Fortress here, because I know that I can tank anything that he throws at me, and I can use an Earthquake here to destroy this Beedrill. But I'm going to choose to charge up a ton of energy once again, and then I think that I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam here, and I do Heavy Slam, and this should draw a shield and or do significant damage to this Beedrill. Gonna draw a shield, but I know that anything he throws at me isn't going to do much, and it's getting a little bit nervous during this match, because these X-Scissors are taking me down. They're similar to Venusaur, and we're going to get to the charge move right as he gets to his, and I'm debating here, shield or no shield, and I don't shield, it doesn't kill. I'm going to get to my Heavy Slam, and I know that Heavy Slam is going to kill from here, or he's going to shield. And if he shields, he's in decent shape. But I'm going to be able to bring out my Vigoroth to counter down this Beedrill. And I think he should have stuck that, honestly. If he keeps the switch advantage, I think he wins the game. But he's going to switch out with no shields into his Wigglytuff and Sacrificial Swap. And he's going to bring in Vigoroth. And I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb here because I thought it was Beedrill. But he brings in his Vigoroth. And I'm going to basically take an easy GG here because I have 2 shields left. Gonna use a Frenzy Plant here. He's got no shields. Shields are down. And he's gonna bring in his Beedrill. I'm not gonna shield, guys, because I have Vigoroth in the back. I'm gonna make this look a lot easier than it could have been. I think he honestly could have beat me, maybe, if he brings in his Beedrill, but I'm gonna take the GG in the round number 3. So guys, moving to the final matchup of my weighted tournament, I think that I can go 3-1, and I'm facing up against Ellen. She's got a Wigglytuff, so I know that Fortress is going to have to be in the lineup, and Beedrill is going to cover that Lantern and that Vigoroth as well, so I need to have those Pokemon in the lineup. So I'm going to lead with Fortress, and she leads with Venusaur, so it's very good for me, guys. And she's going to bring in Noctowl, so very bad. I'm going to bring in Vigoroth. Going to shield my Vigoroth from the first Sky Attack because I know that I'm going to need Vigoroth for the back probably. So I'm going to use a Body Slam here. And I have nothing else to counter Vigoroth. So I'm thinking in my head, oh crap, I have nothing else to counter Noctowl, guys. So I'm going to choose the double shield Vig strat because this is honestly a good lineup. I need to focus on definitely taking out Noctowl, and if she double shields, it's going to be a problem, but I think I can beat her to another charge move. So double shield is up, and I'm going to get to the charge move, but I'm thinking to myself, I can tank this Sky Attack, and I can. So double shield Vig strat works if you want to take out Noctowl, and if someone does double shield Noctowl. So I'm going to win that battle, and I'm thinking that Wigglytuff is going to come out. and I'm going to see that it is indeed Wigglytuff. So, not in a bad shape. Gonna bring out my Fortress, which already has stored energy. Heavy Slam is going to do super effective damage to the Fairy type, and I'm going to basically take out this Wigglytuff with ease. So I'm going for another Heavy Slam to get it ready, and I know that Venusaur's coming back out, so I'm hoping I can get to an Earthquake before it gets to Frenzy Plant. Obviously, none of its moves would KO me, so I'm in good shape here because obviously I can Bug Bite it down to death, and Frenzy Plant or Sludge Bomb is not going to KO me here. And if worst case scenario, I had my Venusaur in the back for her Venusaur for a neutral. GG's. So we're going to hop into match number 2 of round number 4, and I'm going to be leading with Vigoroth, expecting a counter to my Fortress. So we're going to get Lantern, which is a good scenario for me. I know that in the one shield scenario, if I shield once, I'm going to win. So as long as I shield once, I'm going to beat this Lantern. Here we go. Lantern comes up. I shield once. And basically it's a GG. So I'm going to charge up energy. And I'm expecting a switch out here, but no switch comes. So I'm going to use this Body Slam to either feint this Lantern or to grab a shield. And it is going to almost feint the Lantern. I've got a Body Slam ready for whatever comes in. So I'm going to be spamming this Body Slam. And it's going to be Wigglytuff, so I'm in very bad shape. We're going to see how much Charm hurts, and guys, it takes me out in about 4 charms, and I can't get to the Body Slam. Body Slam would have been nice there, but I'm going to bring in Fortress to do some super effective damage with this Heavy Slam, and she's going to bring in Vigoroth, so I'm going to switch into my Venusaur right before the Body Slam comes. Shiny Vigoroth's going to do more damage, obviously. Gemma Banks said Shinies do more damage, and obviously it's going to happen. So this Body Slams are going to hurt. Going to use this Frenzy Plant, hoping to grab a shield here, and I get a shield, so I'm going to choose to shield up, and I don't know why I did this, because, guys, I don't know if I could get to a Frenzy Plant. I was trying to undertap, and I messed up. It didn't really matter because I, CMP, I think. She gets the charge move off. So I'm going to have my Fortress ready. And I should go for a Heavy Slam here, guys, because Heavy Slam's going to kill. But I go for an Earthquake to be sure. And it's going to be really close here, guys. I know the Play Rough is going to hurt, but I don't know if it's going to kill. And we're going to see what it does. And it takes me down to about 10 HP. And I get the Heavy Slam off before the Charm animation comes in through. And I will finish 3-1 in the Pittsburgh East Pokemon Go Jungle Cup. So, as you guys can see, Lantis Scientia was the champion, and he beat EXO in the finals. Very good player. I'm friends with him on here. Can't wait to become Ultra Friends so we can battle a lot. Obviously, you can see EXO is second with me, Rhino, and Quacky. The last time I did a tournament in Monroeville, it was Rhino and Quacky tied with me in second as well. And I haven't got to play them yet. I can't wait to play them. But if you guys got this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you learned from it about how you can compose your teams and compose yourself during Jungle Cup matches this month in your cups. So thank you guys for watching.